Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Blackblade and welcome to vlog number 5 of our Golemancer build. Now for this build, of course, we're going to be focusing on the Carrion Golem, a build that I've been, really wanting to do a video about, and here I am now, finally doing the video. And as far as the build goes, the build is doing absolutely amazing. Now, as you can see, that is behind me, or the video playing, that is a tier 14 excavation map. It's the highest that I've been able to do so far, simply because of lack of currencies as you go. Because as you go higher, the maps become much more expensive. So yeah, I apologize to you guys with that, but it's been doing absolutely pretty cool. The clear speed is kind of moderate. It depends on how high tier of a map you're doing. Of course, the higher the tier, the higher the level of the monsters, the higher life they have. And the only thing that you could possibly do with that is to have higher tier items yourself. And as with Path of Exile, as you go higher, things get a little bit more expensive. So I didn't really bother that much. Every time I play Path of Exile, I just play it for the enjoyment of it, or the excitement of it. And yeah, so far as a starter build, I've been pretty much enjoying this Carrion Golem. If I'm going to say, I think he's not as strong as the Ice Golem or the Flame Golem, but he's somewhere there. Maybe I'd go with Flame Golem, and then I'm gonna go with Ice Golem, and I'm gonna go with Carrion Golem if I'm going to rate it that way as far as I've tested it. But some people say that the Lightning Golem is far more superior, rather than the Ice Golem. But it really depends. Maybe they tested it that way. But for me, I'm going to rank this at around number 3 when it comes to the higher tiered Golem leveling. So yeah, been enjoying the Ritual League with this build. It has done, it's a really good AFK build if you like me, you're having trouble with your internet connection. And with me, it just spikes up to 200 plus, and a Golem build is actually really perfect for that, because you don't have to worry about are you attacking correctly, or have they attacked you, or you're attacking but then you're suddenly dead. That sort of thing happens a lot when I'm going with melee. But if you're going with a minion build, that rarely happens, not unless you make a mistake like me. With this, I think every time I die, it's a matter of I made a mistake. Why did I go there? Rather than it's the minions' fault. Usually the minions are never at fault. And they do a tremendous amount of tanking of damage. It's just that sometimes I make bad decisions. That's why I die. So yeah, overall, I think that the build is really good. It's really awesome, especially for for people who like to start the league and are or have no experience at Path of Exile and really want to start playing Path of Exile. I really highly suggest that you play either a Golem build or a Minion build. That's going to be it's really going to be powerful. It's going to give you a significant amount of knowledge on how the game works before you go like single melee build or spell build. Totem build is actually pretty good too, but you'll have to cast it, and that's a different learning curve in my opinion. All right, so with that said, let's get into the gear. All right, so first let's go to our skill tree. So the ascendancy that we will take is of course the Elementalist, or what is it? Yeah, the Elementalist. We're going to get the Liege of the Primordial and the Golemancer to get the +2 or +1/+1 2 additional summoned golems, and then we're going to take the Bastion of Elements. Now this is really good because it provides a really good defense when it comes to elemental damage hits to our characters. As you can see, it's going to pass through 2500 before it actually gets to your energy shield, and the damage gets to your life. So it's a pretty good defensive node in my opinion. Okay, next we're gonna go over here, taking minion damage, and then going to Deep Wisdom. Some people go over here to save one more point. If you want to do that, go ahead and do that. For me, I don't really care. But yeah, if you want to save one more point, instead of going this path, you just go this path and then go left. And then we took the Heart and Soul, the Lord of the Dead for more minion life and additional zombies. We did take the route over here, going to a jeweled socket to take for the primordial jewels. So we have Primordial Eminence there, and then the Golem Commander over here. I think this is new. This is the first time that I saw it. It's a good thing that I saw it because I was looking at minion nodes and was going like, what is this? It adds one +1 to maximum number of golems. Wow, let me take that. So yeah, take that. So in total we have 6. We're going to go why that's only 6 in a little while. So yeah, life over here. We got the death attunement. Make sure to get the minion life and life regeneration over here. That's going to help a lot. Next, another jeweled socket. We have a Primordial Harmony over there. The Fearsome Force. We've gotten some dexterity nodes here just because, I can't really get some dexterity on my ring or my amulet. It gets really expensive. If you want like an attribute, if you want life, and then you want resistances, it gets really, really expensive. So be prepared for that. But yeah, if you can get it in your gear, get it in your gear. Some life nodes over here. We did get additional jeweled socket over here, the Anima Stone. We did take the Sacrifice and then the Spiritual Command. Don't forget to take the Minion Life Leech. This is really, really good. Going down over here, Retribution, Discipline and Training, Sanctity, and then we went all over here to get the Grave Impact. Next, we went over here to get the Purity of Flesh, or you can go up here and then go over there, and it's basically the same point. Purity of Flesh. We did get the Righteous Army, the Redemption, and then the Spiritual Aid. We did get another socket here, a Primordial Eminence, some more life here, Devotion, and then we went down here to get the Primordial Might, or another socket for the Primordial Might. And then we've gotten another socket over here, Primordial Eminence, and then we've gotten all of the life notes over here, which is really, really important. And then we went over to the right side here to take the Ravenous Horde. Now, it's debatable if you rather allocate all of these points over here and then just go with something life, or if you want to go and get another jeweled socket, that is fine. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 additional more points if you want another jeweled socket. If you want more life, there's an additional socket over here, additional socket over there, additional socket over here. If you want to go down here, you could get Barbarism for, a huge amount of life, that's 6%. Or you could get the another jeweled socket over here. It's going to really depend, it's really going to depend up to you on, what your playstyle is. How much do you really want to, do you really want to maximize your golem, or do you want it spread out even, making your other minions do damage, or making your other demons making your other minions have more life too. So this is basically a general minion build, but with a little bit of Carrion on the side. Alright, so that's about it. So let's get into the gear. We are not going to be using the Clay Shaper because I've recently found out about this Cold Iron Point +3 level of physical spell in skill gems. I have 2 of them. So the Golem is now at level 26. Now, if you can find an armor which has a +2 to maximum level, that's going to be 26, 27, 28. And then if you could get an Empower, which is like, if you could get a level 4, which is about 2.5x, I think, in EX, it's a bit expensive. So 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, I guess you could probably reach that if you have the cash. Go ahead and do it. As for me, I just don't have it. I just don't have the resources, so I'm just sticking with 2 cold iron point daggers, which is actually really cool. Now it's debatable if 2 more golems is much more powerful than just having 6, 7, 8 more golems is more powerful than having only 6 but with cold iron points. So it's debatable, so I don't really know the math, but as far as my research goes and my testing goes, this is actually much more powerful than having like 8 golems or 8 carrion golems. So it's really up to you to test it. What you feel like it's doing much more damage. If you want 8 more carrion golems, and that's that's fine. They do AOE damage, so they won't cluster up, and none of them will be like just standing around. So yeah, so it's going to be up to you how you want to test it. Um, for the helmet, as much as possible, get a bone helmet and get that 20% increased damage. But beware, I think, everybody is aware of this because this sells for a lot, especially those 20%, those perfect ones, which has 20% increased damage, and then you have a +2 level of socketed minion gems. The price goes way, 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 way up. So yeah, be careful with that. Again, just life and resist. With the armor, again, if you could go with the what was I saying? Liege of the Primordial, was it? The armor that has +1 to all skill gems, or any armor that has +2 skill gems. If you can do that, if you have the money, or the currency, go ahead and do that. For me, this is a donation from one of my friends. High life and some armor, and then cold resistance. Rings, nothing special, just life, resistance, additional dexterity. Same as true with this one, life and life and resistances. The other one, more strength, and then more life, and then lightning and chaos resistances. Gloves, nothing really fancy, just life, resistances. Again, with the belt, life and resistances. The reason that we're doing this is because, if we die, then, the minions won't die, but if we die, then it's game over. So yeah, more life, and then with the boots, again, just life and cold resistances. I'm just trying to max it out. Nothing really special there. Alright, so what's going to be connected to our summon Carrion Golem is going to be connected to Pulverize, minion damage support, Multistrike, melee physical damage, and Brutality. Now, if you could get the Empower, which I couldn't, if you could get a level 4 20% quality Empower, I guess you could replace Pulverize, or you could replace Multistrike. Not exactly sure, but for me, I really like the Multistrike because they attack really, really fast with that. And I guess Pulverize would be the thing to replace, or probably Brutality maybe. So not exactly sure, but either replace Pulverize or Brutality, depending on the situation. Alright, so we have Ray Zombie over here connected to Meat Shield, Minion Life, and then we have Ray Spectre. The Ray Spectre is actually really good. I have the 2 Monkey, which gives a buff of Frenzy and then power charges, which is absolutely amazing for your Carrion Golems. And then I have this guy, which has a protective barrier, a proximity shield that he procs every now and then, which is also really good because he's really close to you, and damage goes through that proximity shield before it goes to you, and it goes through Primal Aegis before it goes to you. So there's a lot of defense going on there. But again, it's entirely up to you. Next, we have Convocation, Flesh Offering, and then Flame Dash, very typical. And then we have Pride over here, which is now at level 26. Look at that. So more physical damage for our minions, attached to Generosity. And then we have Flesh and Stone. The Flesh and Stone is at Blood Stance, so that we have the what was it? I think it's increased physical damage. So yeah. Next, we have Vulnerability for our curse, attached to Hex Touch, Great and Multiple Projectiles, and then Ball Lightning. That's going to be our curse right there. And then finally, we have Animate Guardian attached to Minion Life, Meat Shield, and then Elemental Army Support. Now, that is really good because I recently found out that you can actually use the Kingmaker for the Animate Guardian, and as you can see, since the Animate Guardian is is a physical gem, it gets the bonus of +6 levels from dual wielding the cold iron part. Really awesome. So yeah, if you're interested, what I've attached to the Enemy Guardian, I've attached Skullhead, Ambush Charge, Calm's Boots, Southbound, and Kingmaker. The Kingmaker is really, really amazing. It offers a lot of buffs, to your minions when he's close. As you can see, they have Fortify. They also have Calling Strike. They have increased. I forgot the other buffs, but the other stats, but they are a lot, and it's really, really good. So yeah, just attach some minion life there to prevent it from dying. Right now, it's at. Wait, where is it? The life is at no, that's Ray Spectre. Idiot. Its life is at 60,334. It hasn't died. I've seen some videos, or I've seen some guides wherein this could go up to 71k. So yeah, if you could do that, go ahead and do it. Also, you can have a gloves that has a additional curse, and yeah, you could go with that too if you want to, so that you could have 2 curse. But then again, he's not really attacking, he's just there supporting you, so it's not going to make any sense. Alright, so that's about it, guys. Again, let me know what you guys think about the build in the comment section down below, and thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, I'm gonna see you guys on the next part of my video. Have a good one.